Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to take a look at the latest cockpit setup for DCS jet fighters. So this is my main setup. As you can see, behind these panels, I already opened it up and close it again. I hit my yoke. So the yoke has been pushed inside this box and then covered with this multifunction display buttons or from the Thrustmaster Cougar. So I can act as like a MFD in, let's say, F-16 or GF-17 or other aircraft with dual display like this. Okay. Here I'm putting with the Velcro, of course, keyboard hanger, so I can put my main keyboard here on the top. Sorry, as you can see, not slightly covering my monitors in front of me, but it's okay because if I'm using VR, it doesn't matter. So this one is used to access my DCS directly, for example. Yeah, so this one is I use this to interact with the computers. So on my left, as usual, there's the HTG button box, so I can quickly press the view on DCS. I program this for quick view if I need to, or some other functions if I want to. So basically this one is for cockpit view, chase view, or airplane view. This is for flyby, chase view, and other things, so this the map and everything. So I can combine this here to access quick view in DCS. In the bottom, as you can see, this is my new vertical left panels that I've created. The video is in the links up here or down below in the descriptions on how I come up with this and initially, and this is just using whatever left over from my initial 3D cockpit build using 3D printers. So it's very rough, but I don't mind. So this one also from the previous build, so I reuse it and attach to the switch. I show you in that video on how the inner side of this using MMJOY, and there's a video about MMJOY also in the descriptions, so you can find out on how to build this very simple box. So it's very handy for VR build. This is a flap, for example. This is the light, landing gear light. This is for other functions, so I can use that one. Related to this, connected to this controller also is this one. So as you can see, this is a lever which I can use for flap in MiG-15 bis, for example. This is 4 position switch, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, but also connected to analog potentiometer. So this can be programmed as analog, let's say for Harrier AV-8B, for example, for the nozzle angle. So yeah, I can program that too. Okay, so I think the rest, this one is from my FA-18 cockpit. So this one is programmed to generate F1 key. So if I press this, it's going to be F1, F2, F3, F2, F12. And this one is the COM switch. So if I push this forward, it will activate COM1 or auto communication or easy communication in DCS, for example, to access communications menu. And then I press F2, for example, for ground crew, for F8 for ground crew, and then F2 for external ground equipment power, etc., etc. F5 for I put in a kind of beat here, so I can identify in the VR if this is F5 and this one is F3. So that's the most common access key. And this one in the right side is for centering my VR. And I think there's another button here you can use for knee pad, for example. There's another button for other function to reset the view or something. So there's plenty of button here. I strapped it into using Velcro into my tie. So it's kind of like here. So during VR session, for example, I can just access here. Very handy. I don't have to reach my keyboard to access the communications, so I can access it here directly. Okay, so that is the new addition or the new setting for this playing DCS or MSFS when flying the jet fighters. Okay, so I'm using a Thrustmaster's Warthog. This is for the total quadrants, handy one, and this is trusty one. So I'm using this to control any jet fighters. So today I'm trying to fly the MiG-19, for example. So I'm putting a split throttle, but if it's only MiG-15 or F-86F Sabre, so I just make it as one throttle. So I rarely use this switch because it's not as long as the switch is kind of logically on my left side, I'm going to program it here. But if I need something here, I program it here. If I need down here, I'm going to program it down there. If I need on the right side, I'm going to program this switch, for example, using my honeycomb or push button here. If I need more, I can use this keyboard too. Or I can use some of this A320 switches here to do something else on the right side. Plenty buttons to use according to the logical positions of the switch, and buttons or knobs in the DCS or in the aircraft itself. Sometimes I use some button here if I need to access, let's say, engine battery or something, but I rarely program this because in the jet fighters there's no overhead switch anyway. So that is the setting. And also during jet fighter, of course, I'm installing the VKB joystick here. As you can see, this is a very it's a bit plasticky compared to, of course, Thrustmaster Warthog, Thrustmaster FA18 or Thrustmaster A10 stick. There's all metal. This one is really plastic, but I'm okay with this. It's very handy. A lot of switch also here. Some switch here, switch here. So plenty of switch you can use for controlling the aircraft or view or weapons or whatever. Okay, so this is quite useful. So what else? The new things, I guess that's most of it. I can put my camera down there, up there, to view my myself, and there's another camera over there to view my left side of this from the side view. You can see over there there's my Reverb G2 hanging over there, so I can grab it if I need to play in VR. The new addition, probably I'm using a dynamic microphone from Audio Technica, so I need to boost it up in the preamp from Behringer and then put into the audio interface. This is a 2-channel audio interface, very cheap, local, I think China made, rebrand. It's called Dolphin DS2. It's very nice, 24-bit, so 192 kilohertz, if I'm mistaken. So yeah, so it's very, very, very high quality in terms of the sound quality, and there's some Sansui jack or connectors, and of course the balance connectors, 2 balance connector here, and headphone have 2, and plenty of features for only like $50, $50 US, I think, around that price, and very high quality, so very low noise also. So that's the new one. What else? Oh yeah, I'm using wireless microphone. Is a copy of Shure, of course it's not original. I'm using a wireless mic connected into external mic or wireless mic put into my Reverb G2. So I'm not using cable connectors to the additional microphone. Why I need microphone? Why I just use the Reverb G2 microphone? Because I'm routing directly the audio to this interface. I can control the boost of the mic here for the channel 2. Channel 1 is from my Dynamic Audio Technica headphone right now, with the dynamic microphone, so it's very nice sound. For this one is channel 1, but channel 2, as you can see, channel 1 is activate because I'm talking to it. This one is for my wireless mic attached to Reverb G2. This Behringer is quite nice because it's using tube amplifier, and very warm, very round sound, and make my sounds a bit better because I'm having a harsher sound, I guess, voices, I mean. Yeah, so this is my audio setup today. Yeah, I think since the West Europe flight series in MS-FS20, I'm using this setup for microphone. What else? I think that's it. So I haven't really explored the setup everything yet. Some of it I'm using here, but rarely. This one is not yet used because I'm still flying a very old jet from MiG-15, F-86 Sabre Jet, and soon gonna have a video about MiG-19, A4, and some older like C-101. I got the plane also in DCS. What else? I think it's F5, and then I think I'm going to move to like MiG-21, and then after that I can start using the modern jet, I guess, going slowly into the modern fighter jet, and like A-10 or Su-25, the bit modern MiG-29, Su-27, 30, and so on and so on. Well, by then I think I already forgot about flying the older jet also. So that's it. So today I'm still trying. This is my old wishes. I bought a lot of module, but I haven't really used it because I'm focusing on FA-18 last time. So my promises to I promised myself to really able to try every jet properly, like at least take off, cold and start, dark and cold startup, takeoff, landing, and probably some of it we're gonna have some playful combat to some degree. Let's see. I'm not very good at that, sorry. There's a lot of YouTubers that have more kind of expertise in real combat tactics, so I'm not. I just love flying and enjoying the beautiful scenery and shooting some stuff, but for fun, not for serious combat practices. Okay, so that's it, my short video. A bit shaky on the video. I'm using webcam just to capture this video quickly. So hopefully you get idea. This is a bit flexible cockpit. This is the end of I think mid-February 2022 setup. At this moment I'm using for DCS and probably further into MS-FS 2020 jet fighters and similar kind of aircraft, I guess. There's a lot of interesting aircraft also in MS-FS 2020 to fly with, so we're gonna enjoy that also. F-14, I guess, F-15, what else? I think Skyhawk also there. There's a lot of F-35, for example. It will be a modern jet, but I'll probably add another stick over here from my old Logitech just to ensure the kind of like the feel in the VR. I'm using a side stick rather than the center stick, for example. So we'll see. I have still my Sidec X55, but that stick was not good. It's very stiff, so I don't like that. I better use my Logitech, old Logitech Extreme, for example, Pro. That is still very good joystick. I'm gonna put here probably just to simulate the side stick rather than the center stick in the older jet or some of the European jet. Okay. So that's it. So that's very quick video on this the latest setup in my cockpit, general cockpit view. So hopefully you get some idea probably, or if you want to know something on my setup, feel free to drop down in comments or direct message me or DM me directly so I can answer your questions if I could. Okay, see you in another flight in DCS Jet Fighter.